Across the studio, Truthing and Faking, Kathleen Debreu. How are you?
Good. How are you, Mark?
Good to see you. You've got a story today about something on CNN, which apparently is alleged to have been staged in Ukraine. Tell us about it.
Yes, Mark, CNN is the latest victim of misinformation online. There's a CNN report from the scene of a Russian missile strike in Lviv in a fuel storage facility that caught fire some days ago on March 26th. CNN's anchor Don Lemon was reporting live from Lviv as firemen report to duty following this Russian strike. Shortly after this report aired, some noticed a funny detail. Firemen with a distinct uniform. The Ukrainian fireman uniform is black and yellow, while in the background there was this uniform from Edmonton, which is a city in Alberta, Canada. So many were left wondering, what is a Canadian fireman doing in the middle of Lviv, Ukraine? This post in particular saying that this is a misinformation campaign led by the US, notably by CNN. While many other users retweeted this tweet with more than 13,000 likes and 5,000 retweets saying, CNN, ladies and gentlemen, zoom in on a firefighter in Ukraine, and Ukraine in between quotation marks. So these so-called fact checkers online are trying to say that CNN staged this report in Ukraine and filmed it in some fire in Edmonton, Canada.
You did say so-called fact checkers, because it's usually people with an agenda, isn't it? And clearly these people have an agenda that's kind of wider than a motorway. So tell us then, how come there's a Canadian firefighter's uniform in the back of that shot with the chap from CNN?
So, Mark, CNN did not stage a report in Ukraine, as some would like us to believe. CNN's fact-checker Daniel Dale went to Twitter to clarify this story. He explains that this report is not staged. He says this is a ridiculous claim going around about a CNN shot from Ukraine that showed a firefighter in the suit. With a simple Google search, we could see that Edmonton firefighters have been donating suits to Ukrainian colleagues for years. Indeed, we have this report right here from 2017 on this Canadian organization called Firefighter Aid, launched by an Edmonton fireman called Kevin Royal right here. And long before the war, this organization has been donating firefighter gear to firefighting crews in Ukraine who lack basic equipment. Here are more pictures on Instagram of a 2018 donation to Ukraine from Firefighter Aid. And in the latest report this weekend as well, the Edmonton firefighters delivered over 14 tons of rescue equipment to Ukraine. And the organization also went to Facebook and they posted the Ukrainian firefighters near Lviv wearing this donated gear, also seen on the CNN report. And they also went to Facebook to clarify that this picture was taken in Lviv, showing the geolocation of the photo that they took with their iPhone. And this huge fire on this oil facility was also on the news on March 27th over the weekend. So no, CNN did not stage this report in Lviv.
And I wonder if, sorry to cut across you there, Kathleen, I wonder if all the doubters are going to now come forward and say, aren't they brave having to use borrowed, donated, old firefighting kit, which, you know, it can't be the same standard as brand new firefighting kit, but they're still putting it on and going to risk their lives trying to put out a fire. But I suppose those people who criticise them and say that's a fake won't come forward and say well done to you guys and even chip in some money to buy this one kit, because life's not like that, is it? Catalina, thank you very much indeed for clarifying that one for us. We appreciate it. Catalina Debreu.